helped with this project at Lambda Legal, Transgender Tell Your Story project. And the goal of the project is to gather stories from transgender and gender nonconforming people around Atlanta, around the South, and to have these stories recorded and archived in a similar, very much along with StoryCorps' mission. The difference that we're adding, the spin to this project, is that we plan on taking these stories and using them in Lambda Legal presentations with your permission, and having little clips of transgender people actually telling their stories for themselves, instead of us doing education pieces at hospitals or social worker groups and saying, well, here's a transgender 101, but rather let people tell the stories for themselves in a very portable way so that we can reach a broad variety of people and work towards transgender rights. So far, we've recorded 9 stories since January. We are looking to do about 15 total. We're planning on using them in our publication materials, and hoping that we find transgender people who would want to share that information with us. But we're also offering the opportunity for transgender people just to come out and record their story, even if they don't want to put it in the Library of Congress, even if you just want a private CD to have a confidential session, and record your story with people who are sensitive and want to hear that story. Additionally, there's the option to record your story under an alias, and so there's a lot of different ways that you can go with this. The biggest thing that we're going to be doing is, hopefully by November, we'll have 15 stories. And the day before the Transgender Day of Remembrance, we're going to have a community gathering and air these stories, and in a very similar StoryCorps fashion, but purely transgender people from Atlanta. And so it's going to be a great opportunity to come out and hear from a community who's very much in the shadows in LGBT rights. And if you identify as transgender, gender nonconforming, genderqueer, or you know somebody who does, please encourage them to come out and record their story. I have flyers that are sitting up next to the booth where you can make an appointment, and also flyers on the table right across from it. So feel free to pick up a flyer and talk to me afterwards if you have any questions.